Right, everybody. Marianne just asked me to. She asked me to do one of these nice, fun stories that we do every Halloween. I thought I'd mention a true story that happened to me, because I've been here for a long time. I've had lots of experiences with students, and it's Halloween, so I think. How old are you guys? How old are you?
16.
16. Well?
16.
16. Carla?
14.
Huh?
14.
Can you put your fingers in your ears for about the next 5 minutes? Alright, how old are you?
Jane.
Thought I said quiet, yeah? Okay. Right, I've had a lot of students, okay? I've had bad students. I've had students who tried very hard. I've had students with a lot of talent. And I've had some amazing people, some really, really talented people. Talented, ambitious, unstoppable people, okay? One of those students was a girl called Laura. You know her? You don't know Laura. You don't know Laura. If you did know her, you don't know her anymore, okay? It's all very this is a very difficult story to tell. You'll understand why by the end of the story, okay? Laura came here, she did the PET exam, no problem, she got an A, I think. Did first certificate in 1 year, she passed that, no problem. She moved on and did advanced, and she had absolutely no problem with advanced. And after she had done advanced, she still wanted to study more, okay? This is before we did proficiency. She wanted to study more and more, and she came back for more classes. And I mean, we remember talking about this, and we go, what do you want? And she said, I want to know more. I want to speak English like a native person speaks English. And we talked about this a lot. And, you know, I like a challenge, you know, so I was very happy doing this. But she said to me one day, look, I realized that the best way for me to learn the language is to go and live in the country, yes or no? And obviously the answer is yes. So we looked at some different options of what she could do. Do you know what an au pair is? An au pair?
Yes.
Yeah? An au pair is somebody who goes to live in another country, and the job that they do is looking after children, okay? You probably know somebody who's done an au pair, an older cousin or an older sister or something. Yeah? That did? Okay. Lots of people did it. My missus did it in the past. Lots of people have done it. It's a very good way of learning a language. So she came to me and she said, look, I think I want to work as an au pair. I don't like kids, but I want to learn English and I think it's the best way. So we said, fine. So she started looking online. She looked through some agencies. There's lots of agencies. And she looked through the different offers, the different places. She was thinking of going to America. But she said, no, because the American, you know, it's a bit more difficult. She said, I want to go to the Centre of English Language. So, where did she go? London. Okay. She was in contact with an agency, and the agency put her in touch, with some people who wanted an au pair. She contacted these people, and she spoke to a woman, and the woman said, when can you come? And Laura said, well, I'm not sure. And the woman said, please, I need an au pair. We need an au pair now. We need help. Can you come? I will pay for your flights. I will pay for your expenses. I will give you more salary. Please come. We need help now. And Laura was the type of person who said yes to something like this, you know. Okay, so she went to London and she met the woman, and the woman explained the situation. The child that she had to take care of was called Lucy, okay? And the woman explained the situation. Lucy's mother had been killed in an accident, okay? And the father was a bit traumatized by the situation, and he couldn't take care of the child, okay? He had kind of disappeared. These things happen, this is life, okay? So the woman said, we need you to take care of Lucy now. At the moment she's living with us. I'm her auntie, and she's living with me and her uncle, but we have very important jobs. We're both in high finance in London. We don't have time to look out for a child. We don't even have children. We don't know what to do. This is why we need you. So naturally, Laura said, okay, that's fine. I'll take it. Okay? And to spoil their day as well. Anyway, so Laura said yes. So the woman said thank you very much, and she immediately gave her money to pay for the flights. Money was no problem with these people, you know, but sometimes money doesn't solve anything. Everything. They went to meet Lucy. Lucy was a beautiful little girl, okay, with her teddy bear, okay. And when they met, the auntie explained, Lucy, this is Laura. She's your new friend. She's going to be helping you, okay. And Laura said the first thing Lucy did, she didn't speak. She just came straight over and hugged her. Okay, and Laura was like, holiness, you know, this is special. So the idea of being an au pair is you work a lot during the week. Yeah, you work a lot. You're with the child a lot during the week. You're with the child in the evenings, and sometimes you have a lot of work to do, etc. But then you have some free time. That's a very important part of the au pair contract. You have some free time to travel, to study, to experience the city, to be an adult. Yeah. Now, it didn't really work like this because Lucy wanted to be with Laura all the time. Okay? Laura was happy to dedicate the time to the child, but the child was with her all the time, like all the time. Laura said at night when she went to bed, Lucy came in with the blanket and the teddy bear and wanted to get into her bed. Yeah? And usually she said, yeah, okay, fine. But sometimes she said no, and in the morning she found Lucy on the bed, at the end of the bed, on the floor with her blanket and her teddy bear. She didn't want to be alone. She didn't want to be alone. And Laura said, why don't you want to be alone? What's the problem? And Lucy just said, no. Just had her teddy bear and just held on to Lucy. Laura said, when she went to the toilet, sometimes when she had to go to the toilet or have a shower, Lucy would just sit there on the toilet with her teddy bear, etc., you know, because she just didn't want to be alone. Okay? Now you can imagine, you go to London, what do you want to do in London? You want to experience London life. It's one of the most amazing cities in the world. You've got your Buckingham Palaces, your typical tourist stuff, okay? You've got, you know what that is? Yeah, it's called Tower Bridge, you know. So Laura wanted to see these things. She wanted to speak to people. She wanted to learn the language. That's why she was there. She was willing to sacrifice her time to have a child, but the idea was she would be able to learn the language. Okay? There's lots of great gardens in London. She wanted to explore this. She wanted to do the things that people do in London. And the situation was she couldn't do it. You can't go out at night in London with a small child. You can do it in Girona, but you can't do it in London. Okay, you can't go to bars. You cannot meet people who are 21 years old if you have a small child. So she had to spend all of her time at home, and she wasn't happy with this situation. Okay? There's Laura there, okay? Beautiful girl. Some of the events, anywhere that she went, she had to bring Lucy with her. She had to bring the child with her. There she went to her comic festival. She was mad about comics and she was mad about a lot of this stuff. So she went to one of these comic conventions, okay? And she was taking a few pictures. And there's another picture she gave me. I don't know what the hell that is. It's some young people nonsense, the type of thing that you people do, okay? But all the time she had Lucy hanging onto her and Lucy holding her hand, and everywhere she went, Lucy was there, okay? And she was getting a bit tense, and she was getting a bit nervous, and it wasn't the child's fault. The child had lost her mother, yeah? Now, before she left England, or before she left Girona to go to England, her parents had given her, as a present, they had given her a new iPhone. And they said, we want to have this, an iPhone represents communication. You can take your pictures, we want to be in contact, FaceTime, etc., etc. Okay, so she had her new iPhone. She also had her digital camera. And she thought, maybe if I give the camera to Lucy. So she gave her old digital camera to the kid, and the kid was like, oh cool, and the kid started taking photos. This is a picture the kid took of Lucy, that's Lucy there, okay? And the kid took this picture of Lucy, okay? Now, the situation did not get better. She was at home all the time with the kid, We know what that's like. And after about 7 or 8 months, she thought, no, this isn't working. So she explained to the aunt, look, I'm really sorry, I know we had a deal, but I can't do this. I can't do what I want to do here. I want to learn English, and all I'm doing is talking to a small child. This isn't working. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to go home. And the aunt said, please don't go, I'll give you more money. And she said, it's not the money, I'm here to learn the language. I'm here to have an experience, and I'm at home all day. So they said, please don't go, please don't go. And the aunt said, what about Lucy? And Laura said, I'll talk to Lucy. So she talked to Lucy and said, I'm really sorry, I have to go home to see my family, etc., etc. The girl was hugging her, and it was horrible, yeah? But she left, and she came back to Girona. And she came back here for more classes, and this is how I know all of this situation. She came back for more classes, and we talked about this a lot. We didn't do any English, we just talked about her experience in London. And after about 3 months, she got a phone call from the aunt in England. And the aunt said that Lucy had died. The child had died. And they didn't know why. They took her to the, they did an autopsy at the hospital, and nobody knew why she had died. And the aunt sent a box, and inside the box there was some of these photos, there was a scarf that she bought, and there was a digital camera. Okay? And Laura was absolutely heartbroken. Oh my God, you know. It took her weeks and weeks to even plug in the camera and look at the photos. Okay? And when she looked at the photos, she saw some photos that Lucy had taken. Okay? Okay? It's just some of the pictures showing how sad. Look at this. Okay. Pictures from around the house. Okay? And nobody could understand what happened to the poor girl. Okay? The pictures from the night that she died, I've looked at them many times. I don't understand, you know? They were just a bit weird. I mean, I've looked at these so many times, I don't understand what's going on. Now, obviously, nowadays when I visit Laura, it's difficult to talk. Laura suffered a lot with this, so when I talk to Laura, sometimes it's difficult to talk because the glass is very thick, and sometimes she's screaming so much that I don't understand. I mean, it's a pity that she learned such perfect English, and she's just screaming at me through a window, so it's very difficult to get the details of the story. But I hope I've communicated enough of it to you. Of course, if any of you are interested in doing an au pair trip, this is the agency that you're able to contact, okay? It's, as you know, it's a great experience. You'll be able to have a good time. You'll be able to travel the world, go to different cities, and you know, good things happen. Remember, if you do go, remember to bring your digital camera with you. Get out of my school.